Me and my brother Dan were just talking, and I think we got a good one here. So, what do you think about this? Is history. So, now moving forward, NFL, will history look more kindly upon Eli Manning or Dan Marino? Now, back up. I mean, I love Eli, and I'm not going to sit here with even a half a smile and try to say that Eli was a better quarterback than Dan Marino. But the question is history. When history looks back, so even already, I mean, every day Eli looks better and better and better and better. You know, when he played, everybody wanted to fire him, bench him, sit him down, and now he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. While he was playing, I'm sure there wouldn't have been too many people sitting on top of the mountaintop screaming Eli was, a first ballot Hall of Famer. But I mean, history doesn't look at it that way. History sees two-time Super Bowl champion, 2 times beaten the great Tom Brady, knocked off the unbeaten team, played for the New York Giants, 2-time Super Bowl MVP, top 10 of almost every passing category. Eli's going to go first ballot Hall of Fame, for sure. But Dan Marino could be the greatest quarterback of all time. But no Super Bowls. So again, 10, 15 years from now, where most of the guys that seen Dan Marino won't even be alive, or they'll be very old, and no one will be listening to people my age anymore. I don't think anybody listens to people my age now. But there'll be less and less of us, and at that point, I mean, I think history will look more kindly upon Eli Manning than the great Dan Marino. What do you guys think? I think my brother was onto something with that, and he's coming not from a Giant fan. He's a Bronco fan. I mean, Dan Marino's the greatest I ever seen do it. No one threw it the way Dan did, and I'm not going to say Dan was a loser because he didn't win a Super Bowl, because I kind of think he's a lot like Pat Ewing. I just think he just wasn't blessed with the greatest of all teams. He ran into a lot of other things, but in today's world, I guess it just doesn't matter. If you can't win a championship, the world just looks upon you a little less than if you were able to win one. But while doing that, I was thinking, what is my Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks? And I'm going to give them to you now. And no, Eli Manning is not on my Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks. But here they are in no particular order. I'm going to go with Brady, Montana, Dan Marino, and Brady, Montana, Dan Marino. Who else do we have? Brady, Dan Marino, John Elway. So it's going to be Elway, Montana, Brady, Dan Marino. That's my Mount Rushmore. And I agree with my brother. I think 20 years from now, looking back, history will... I can't even say it with a straight face. Hell no. Eli Manning is not better than Dan Marino. He ain't never going to be better than Dan Marino. Today, tomorrow, or in 1,000 years, Dan Marino is probably the greatest ever to do it. I don't know. I'm sorry, Eli Manning, but I'm a no. Eli Manning is, I don't even want to say it because it's a stupid statement, but no, history will not look more favorably upon Eli Manning than Dan Marino. What do you guys have to say? Welcome to my house, and thanks again.